Hello, everyone. We're back with another player spotlight, and today I have in the studio with me Brett Norfleet, Francis Howell High School, and recent Missouri committed to Missouri, going to Mizzou, Columbia. Looking forward to that?
Yes, sir. Looking forward to playing for my home state.
Yeah, that's always good. I like the hat. The hat looks good.
Yeah,
they gave you that one, didn't they?
Nope.
You had to buy it.
Yeah, I bought it at the gift shop.
So. Yeah. They don't give you that kind of stuff, do they?
No,
they can't do that.
No,
that's all that NC2A stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to get into this, but I know you're going to be you're going there playing both sports,
yes,
baseball and football. So that'll be interesting. We'll talk a little bit about that later. But first, I want to start off growing up playing ball in the Lou, right?
Yes, sir.
Good stuff, right?
It is.
How'd you get started? What age? Where were you at?
2 or 3. my dad tried real hard to make me a lefty. Playing for him, I grew up. I had some of the best coaching.
Yeah.
All throughout, and I still do. I started traveling way when I was 10. Yeah. I would say.
Did you like travel ball when you was a little kid?
Yeah,
you like going to the other places.
So when you're a little kid, and I mean still now, going to a hotel with your friends and your families, playing hide and go seek or tag in the hotels, getting yelled at and stuff. I mean, that's stuff you look. I mean,
did they let you swim?
They did.
Okay. Yes. That's always the one, the coaches. I guess I was one of those guys. I was tough. I didn't let the guys swim.
Well, now there was a curfew though.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you just couldn't stay up running around all night.
Yeah.
All right. Where'd you go? Where'd you travel to? Where'd you guys play?
I mean, all over.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana, Georgia, Mississippi.
Very good.
You name it. Florida, New York.
Was it? Oh, did you go to Cooperstown?
We did.
That's a great experience, isn't
it?
I got to go. It's one of the things I didn't. I would have liked to. I know Justin. We'd have liked to have done. I did get to go as an umpire. I went to Cooperstown as an umpire and umpired there. It was a lot of fun. It was really interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I know there's 100 and some teams there. It's crazy.
I think there's 108 teams.
Yeah,
maybe. And you play a few games a day, and then you get to stay in the dorms and stuff. It's.
How far did you get?
We actually made it pretty far. I think we came in 8th or 6th place.
Wow.
But that year the championship game got fogged out. So they made them co-champions. I think they stayed up till 3 a.m. or something.
Wow.
And they were like, "Sorry guys, we got to call it." So
it's true. It'll happen like that up in those Adirondack Mountains. I remember I was there in 2008, mm-hmm. and the crazy thing was it was very hot. It was unusually hot the first couple mm-hmm. days, and then this storm come in overnight. I woke up in the morning, I'm shivering. It was 36 degrees in June. I was like, This is crazy.
That's awesome.
But those are great experiences mm-hmm. growing up and whatnot. What'd you get out of? Do you think that helped you mature as a baseball player, playing that travel ball, going in those places?
I would say yes. Going out and traveling with your teammates, building that bond and relationships, and then also playing the best comp. That's always good to better you as a player and also as a person too. So
I agree. You get into summer baseball, you get into high school, right? You start your high school career and you're in there. Now I know we'll get into some of this, but playing summer ball, then you go into high school. What's the difference between the two? Is there a big difference? Did you see?
You know, playing high school, I'd say there's a lot more passionate fans. You know,
Besides mom, right?
yeah. Well, yeah. So when the playoffs hit in high school, there's like a step that the fans take. Like there's a lot more fans that show up, and it gets back and forth, and then for summer ball, it's friends and family.
Yeah, it's a little different, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And then also with high school, there's not the guys that you usually play with too.
Right,
There's you know, those special relationships, and then also getting to skip class, and that's always a plus.
We won't tell.
No. And then doing those road trips on the bus, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
So
Developing relationships, I think, is always good, you know, because with the summer ball, it's different. Those, like you said, you have others, and then the high school, the experiences. I think one of the things that's interesting to me with high school baseball is that feel of the school. It's your alma mater. It's what you're playing. It's kind of like what, you know, with Mizzou, you're going to, you know, that's
you're proud. You're
right?
proud to play for them.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's an interesting thing. You coming up on your junior season here. Your sophomore didn't turn out like you'd wanted. Coming off of, you know, the surgery. What are your expectations?
My expectations are to come in and make my presence known right away. Make them know what they've missed, and hopefully be back right where I was 2 years ago. So,
oh, man, I'm pumped up. I want to go play. Let's go, bro. That's good stuff. I love that. I'll be right there. You guys lost a couple senior pitchers.
We did.
You lost, you know, a couple senior players. But you got some guys, you know, you're going to have Jake McCutcheon, you know, coming off a very solid year.
Yep.
He's going to Mo State. He's going to be there at shortstop, anchoring that infield.
Yes,
you got Ty Sissel coming back, you know, from a really good freshman year. I mean, you got some really solid players in there.
Yes, sir.
You know, what do you think this team's going to look like, man?
This team, it's going to be very young. I'm excited for the guys we have coming back. I'm looking forward to seeing where we end up and how we're going to look throughout tryouts and practice and stuff. So hopefully we can get past that game where we unfortunately fell. We won't bring that up, by the way.
Okay, I won't do it. Now, let me ask you, you know, because I really believe that at the high school, and especially at the level you guys play, you know, your class 6, pitching depth is going to be key, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you see that coming back this year with yourself and some of those guys? You see some good pitching depth there?
Yes. Our pitching depth it's not known of right now, but there's some guys that are going to step up, and I'm excited for them. I'm excited for the young guys that'll be able to step in and, you know, get their names out there. So
very good, very good. Little run at a title, maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
we'll say that.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a ring, you know, but before I'm out of high school. That's my goal. So
that's a good goal. I love that. You know, because I kid Coach Perkins all the time. You guys are going to be, you know. But that's okay. You know what? Keeps it in perspective. That's always good.
Yes, sir.
But you know, you got to go out and just play the game, right?
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit recruiting process here. Okay. Because I think it's always interesting, and I always like to talk to guys after they've gone through it.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit different from when you started. You're like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's
is.
not an easy thing, is it?
No.
What did you find, what'd you find easy? What'd you find difficult?
So recruiting process for me started really early. I'd say before my freshman year.
Yeah.
I was thrown at the futures games, and I threw up 2 years for Coach P and that 17U team when I was 15. And I threw an inning, and then after that, I was getting texts from Coach P saying, "Hey, call this guy, call that guy." It's like, who are these guys? And then going into high school, it kept picking up, and I had to call the same guy every other week or call this new guy. And then at the time, they can't text you back.
Right.
Which at some point, you're like, are they even seeing this?
Right.
Because I'm going to call them, and if they're not going to pick up, then what do I do? And then after that point hit where they could text back, it was nice. But that night when I woke up for football, I had 50 texts from guys that I haven't even talked to.
Wow.
Like, hey, Brett, I was getting, graphics and stuff. We want you. It was overwhelming, but I was also very, very blessed, and I'm very thankful that I got that opportunity.
Yeah, I can say, it can be overwhelming, huh? And it makes you feel good that people, recognizing your talent.
Right. Yeah, but you can't let it get to your head, though. That's one thing my dad and my coaches have taught me well, is to not let that stuff air up your head, and so
stay humble, right?
Yeah, correct.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Right now, we work a lot, as you probably know, with Prep Baseball Report. Kevin Mulder, I think, does a great job around here, and Coach Mulder. He's got you in the state in your class overall at number 9, in your position number 2, and like I said, you haven't even thrown in a year, so I still think that's pretty good. And nationally, PBR's got you at 294 and ranked 80th in your position, right-hand pitcher. So I think that bodes well for you and shows how what you showed as a pitcher before the injury. Yeah. So and because, like you said, you haven't been able to do much.
No.
But I think that shows very well and why you got a lot of those looks, right?
Yeah. It's been almost 2 years. I can't wait to get back, and I try not to let those go to my head, but the competitive side of me wants to be number one all the time.
Nothing wrong with that.
So when I come back,
I love that stuff.
Coming for that spot. So
I love it, man. I'm all for that. Now I want to talk about this because you are a football player as well, and as I've heard, you're going to Mizzou with football and baseball. Correct. What was that like? How was that in the recruiting process?
So I'd say a biggest part for me was wanting to play both.
Yeah.
I was up front with a lot of coaches about that. Some were for it, some weren't.
Right.
And at the end of the day, if that's what you want to do, that may narrow your options. And I talked to Mizzou every week. They laid out a plan. As soon as football was over, you start training baseball, and then you go right into football again. So there's not much downtime there. There's not much time built in for yourself, and it's a full job, it's a full commitment, and I'm looking forward to it. So
I love that attitude. I mean, I definitely know that Mizzou can help you on the football side, or you can help them on the football side.
Yes, sir.
They're looking for athletes, and I don't think they were horrible this year, but they definitely need some help.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they're taking steps in the right direction. This next class that they got, I'm excited for them. So.
And let me ask you, with that in mind, when you're talking, they laid out a plan. That takes a lot for both head coaches because they have to work together because, sharing an athlete basically is what it boils down to, right?
Yeah.
So there's probably things maybe you would be doing just if you were a football commit period as opposed to, or a baseball commit period. But now it's having to break up those times, correct?
Yeah, correct. So I'd say another point for me was they were the only school that I got to sit down on a Zoom call with the head coach of baseball and football, like the strength and conditioning, all the important, pieces that it takes for a two-way guy. They sat down with me and my family, and we got to ask questions, and it just really comforted me.
And I think that's important too, because I'm sure your parents had a lot of questions about that as well.
Yep.
And so that they took the time to do that is important, isn't it?
It is.
That shows well. That shows well for the program, I think. Let's finish up here. You're committed to Missouri. I'm this guy because, there's life after sports, right? Your future is a student athlete. So what are your academic interests?
I haven't really sat down and thought very hard about this. It's kind of scratched the surface a little. Things that pop out to me. I tried computer science in school. That was a very hard class for me.
Sure.
Marketing pops out to me, like something in advertisement, something in business.
Sure. Well, advertising and business kind of go hand in hand.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of some of the things that we do, are on our, with YBM as we do a lot of marketing and things. So it's an interesting field.
Yes, sir.
So I like those things. Life after sports, but what's your goals with that? You want to prolong your professional career as an athlete as far as you want to go, right?
Correct.
What's your dream?
My dream is to make it big in one sport, and if I'm lucky, make it big in both. It's been a long time since that's happened, and it's very difficult.
Yeah.
So, one can dream,
right?
But at the end of the day, if I make it in one, I'm gonna be very thankful for that and blessed. So
there you go, man. A little Bo Jackson, right?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Brett. It's very good. Hey, Brett Norfleet, Francis Howell High School, Missouri commit. Looking forward to the season. We're going to be out at the ballpark.
There you go.
Absolutely. We'll come out and
rooting on the Vikings, hopefully.
I can't do that. We see a lot of teams, so I don't do that. If we got to, both my kids graduated from East, Fort Zumwalt East. So, Coach Hill, love you, baby.
Coach Pete, love you.
There you go. So, thanks again, man. Appreciate you. Hey, everybody, if you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, shoot us some information. We appreciate you supporting the show. And hey, everybody have a great day in the Lord. All you pitchers, keep throwing strikes.
Yes, sir.
All you hitters, hit them where they ain't. We'll see you next time.